Matt Bernier with the Tuesday DRFBets race of the day, the second leg of the Canadian Triple Crown. We go to Fort Erie, race number 8. It is the $400,000 Prince of Wales Stakes, mile and 3/16 on the dirt. Before we dive into the field, head on over to bets.drf.com for all the latest and greatest. As far as sign-up offers are concerned for new members, existing members, whatever the case may be, it's all over there. Bets.drf.com or drf.com/bet for all the details. Let's take a look at the field of 5 3-year-olds traveling 9.5 furlongs. You can download free Formulator past performances on the Race of the Day page at drf.com. Download them, handicap along. I will breeze through this field in post position order. We begin with the number one bad boy, the 7-5 morning line favorite. For Richard Baltas, Flavien Prat, most recently the winner of the $1 million Queen's Plate up at Woodbine. Keep in mind that's on synthetic. This is a horse that has never been out of the exacta. And 2 lifetime starts on synthetic. He's tried dirt once in his career, fast dirt anyway. He's also tried wet dirt. He finished second in his second lifetime start, and he was defeated by 9 lengths. And at face value, it's probably not going to look like a great effort. But when you factor in that the horse that beat him that day was Omaha Beach, maybe One Bad Boy is actually okay on the main track. He's done nothing wrong on synthetic or turf. He broke his maiden 3 starts back on grass. He continues to improve for Richard Baltas. We know the distance isn't a problem. Flavien Prat maintains the mount. There's really not a lot to knock, especially when you consider this. Let's take a look at the Timeform US Pace Projector. You see that blue bar? Usually indicates things will be favoring horses on or near the early lead, and they have the number one bad boy all by his lonesome on the front end. We'll find out what we get here. 7-5 in the morning line. No bargain, especially in a race like this where there are some nice horses, but One Bad Boy is strictly the horse to beat in this race. The number 2 is Avies Flatter. I've been a big fan of this horse for Josie Carroll for some time, all the way back to his 2-year-old campaign. I was a little bit dubious about added ground for him. 1.25 miles. Didn't know if he would really love it. I don't think he was really slowing down. I just think he got beat by a really nice horse in One Bad Boy in the Queen's Plate. He did some good things early on as a 3-year-old. He won the Grade 3 Transylvania on grass, which is a little bit of a feather in his cap because his sire Flatter is absolutely dreadful when it comes to turf horses. And the fact that Avies Flatter was able to perform as well as he did on grass and as well as he has on synthetic throughout his career, I think it's just a testament to how good this horse actually is. And you've seen that he has worked on dirt in the past, down at Palm Meadows when he was in Florida. I wonder if this dirt is actually going to be beneficial for him. He's out of an Empire Maker mare. I want to give him another look in this spot. Hopefully he can make sure that the pace is honest enough and he can keep sort of, I don't want to say he can keep One Bad Boy honest, but he can stay within shouting distance and not allow him to scoot away. I think Avies Flatter. Maybe last time he needed a little bit of a race. I know it sounds silly because that's the biggest race that there is in Canada and you figure you're going to be ready to go for it, but maybe he needed one. Maybe he felt the effects of that little layoff at the end of it. Second start off the bench. Maybe you get the best version of him. Javier Castellano goes north to ride this horse. The number 3, Tone Broke. Tone Broke's done some good things on dirt thus far in his career. He's 2 for 6 overall. Both of his victories have come on the main track. The blinkers come off after having them in each of his past 3 starts. If he gets back to that Sir Barton 2 starts back, he's definitely one that is in with the chance. The question now becomes, from a tactical standpoint, how far back is the Steve Asmussen trainee? Because if that pace projector is accurate, he's going to have to do a heck of a lot of running coming from that far off of it. It's going to be up to Ricardo Santana Jr. to keep him reasonably close to the front. Very similar to Javier Castellano with Avies Flatter. If they want to make sure that One Bad Boy doesn't just have a cakewalk on the front end, they're going to need to use their mounts a little bit early. The number 4, He's a Macho Man. This is another one for Josie Carroll. First time Lasix, always a positive move. This is an interesting one. You take a look at this pedigree, feels like he wants to run all day. Son of Mucho Macho Man out of a Lemon Drop Kid mare. Distance shouldn't be any sort of an issue. The question now becomes the surface, because 3 times on synthetic, this horse has run relatively well in all 3 of them. 2 wins, and most recently in that Queen's Plate, he came back and he earned an 80 Beyer speed figure, finishing 4th. No match for the top 3 finishers, but a solid enough effort. He has paired up Beyer tops of 80, a move that I usually think precedes a forward move. Patrick Husbands retains the mount. The question is the dirt. Now, the second lifetime start, they tried him down at Gulfstream on the dirt, and it didn't work. He did hit the gate early on, so maybe you want to be a little bit kind and say, you know what, things didn't go right for him right away, and he was laid off for some time. He didn't come back till the middle of May. I don't know that it's totally out of the realm of possibility that he can handle the dirt, but through 4 lifetime starts, it is hard to ignore just how poor that dirt race was. And for me, at 8-1 in a race where there are 3 other horses that I think are legitimately good, and I haven't even got to the outside runner, Skywire. He's a macho man. I think he's a little bit overmatched in a spot like this. I'll sit back and watch one. And the last horse in the race is the number 5, Skywire. Goes out from Mark Cassie. This is a horse I expected to run well in the Queen's Plate. Now keep in mind, the Queen's Plate was a race. He was the favorite, by the way. Bet down to 2-1. It was a race where the pace held up. No one did any real running from the back of the pack. So Skywire, perhaps you want to give him the benefit of the doubt. More importantly, early on, he encountered some legitimate trouble, and I think it took him really out of the race. Now, the question here becomes, how's he going to handle the dirt? Well, he's only tried it one time, happened to be sloppy sealed wet dirt down in Florida. He did very well, broke his maiden, he came back, that was his first time against winners off a little bit of layoff, went out there and aired, won by 6 lengths. So the dirt theoretically is not an issue for him. We'll find out what the weather ends up looking like. If it comes up sloppy, you have to upgrade Skywire's chances. Eureka Rosa de Silva retains the mount. Again, don't hold the Queen's Plate against him. This is a better horse than that. He has shown that time and time again. He had a terrible start, terrible issues early on. I think Skywire with a better start, he is definitely in with a chance. He's another one, though, that's really going to boil down to how do the dynamics of this race play out from a pace standpoint. So there you have it, a field of 5 going a mile and 3/16 in the $400,000 Prince of Wales Stakes. Where am I going to go in here? I respect one bad boy, I really do, but I want to give Avis Flatter another chance. I've been a big fan. Maybe this is just fanboy sticking with him and probably to my own detriment, saying, you know what, he's probably overmatched as far as the tactical situation is concerned. But with this pedigree, I want to see what he can do on the dirt, because if he runs well here, boy, then and I can say the same for any of these horses, realistically. I understand the Canadian Triple Crown, you still have another turf race coming up in the Breeders later on, but this could all of a sudden open up possibilities back down in the States later on, whether it is a race like the Travers, whether it's a race like the Pennsylvania Derby. If any of these horses run really well on dirt, all of a sudden those races definitely come into play. I'm going to give Avis Flatter a chance to upset in this race, the 8th race at Fort Erie on Tuesday. The Tuesday DRFBets race of the day, second jewel in the Canadian Triple Crown. It is the Prince of Wales. You're playing this race, playing any of the other races at Fort Erie on Tuesday, any races anywhere. DRFBets is the way to do it. Head on over to drf.com/bet or bets.drf.com for all the latest and greatest as far as offers are concerned for new sign-up members, existing members, whatever the case may be. You can find it over there. Scheduled post time for race number 8 at Fort Erie on Tuesday. The Tuesday DRFBets race of the day, 7:36 Eastern. Good luck.